Welcome to the Regent's Rise. Sleep here and wake up feeling like a king. You here to check in? Be my guest. Ooh, literally.
Now there's a familiar face. About time you caught up. Here we find ourselves in a little village pulled straight from the Middle Ages. Is it me? Or does nothing on this island make any sense at all? No doubt. For a place where everyone gets eternal life, you'd think it'd be more calm, dull even. Not saying I'd like that, mind you. One thing that is the same, though, is cold, hard coin. You have it or you don't. Makes all the difference. We're both a little light in the pocket, but I did sell that loot we collected, so there's your share. Never let it be said Grace O'Malley doesn't pay her debts. Well, you got that coin I just gave you, so I'd suggest you get to spending it. Buy yourself a new blade, some new boots, whatever suits your fancy. Ah yeah, there's a trading post out there. Livelier market than I would have expected. You should check out the trading post in the storage. And then what do you say? Let's meet in the tavern. All right, see you there.
Shipwrecked men of 20. I've met souls from ancient memory, found in sagas and dusty tomes. I've seen ghosts and fiends and horrors, met knights and bold explorers, as I've wandered every corner of this island we call home. Let's go! Keep it together! Seen the gods of all creations, tasted the wine at every station, from sands to misty moors. But the partings that we weather and the memories we treasure are the souls we've lost forever on Aeternum's forgotten shore.
Lively little ditty there. Kinda oversells the place, don't you think? I sure won't be calling this place home. But hey, aren't you popular? Messenger from the Night Regent herself was looking for you. Getting fancy, aren't we? She's keen to have a word with you up at the keep. Word around town says the Night Regent's just a puppet, and some minister Lochnear's actually running things. And then this true air business. You'd think that's what drew the crowds. But Barkeep says it's really just people fleeing from trouble at the outlying farms. Sounds like some kind of plague. People turning on their friends and neighbours with cold murder in their eyes. Unlike those red-eyed bastards on the beach, these folks aren't possessed. Seems like they don't have any souls at all. I didn't trust all the shite coming out of that oaf's mouth. But maybe there was some truth to it. I'd be more interested to hear what the Night Regent has to say. Particularly if there's mention of coin. I'm right here if you need me.
farmers to knights, the miners, no word in days. We need to know what's going on out there, Lochner.
The people are simply distracted. Word has spread of the true heir's return. As acting regent, you have served Prydwen faithfully, and I'm sure this is unsettling for you. But you can set aside your concerns.
When the new king is ready to assume his duties, I will gladly stand down. But not before.
Of course. Now, I have preparations to attend to.
Ah, you must be the one from the beach. Selpain believes you to be honorable, and I trust his judgment. But I like to hear reports firsthand. We saw signs of corruption by the shore, but we believed it was isolated, and that no one had actually become corrupted. Did you see them yourself? That is not what I wanted to hear. But I see the sincerity in your eyes. You should know that we normally go to great lengths to make newcomers feel welcome in Prydwen. I'm sorry if I seem impatient just now. With all the excitement for the return of the true heir, I believe we are ignoring signs of grave threats to Prydwen. And news of corrupted adds to the list. However, the greater concern right now is the rush of disappearances. Sworn knights who failed to report in over the last several weeks. Minister Lochner has sent scouts, but they have not returned as of yet. And now I feel they are missing as well. Still, he counsels patience. Lochner believes the return of the royal bloodline will solve all problems. I feel strongly that we cannot afford to wait for Gawain. Oh, I'm sorry. This is poor form on my part, dropping all my troubles on your boots. I would not impose on someone who just arrived. Still, with the remaining knights spread thin, you're probably able to get me answers faster than they can. The mine is not so far away either.
That's just it. We don't know. The foreman there, Alia Musa, is a personal friend, and she usually visits once a week. But it's been a month. If you're truly willing, I would ask you to check on Foreman Musa and report back. Oh, and please inform Minister Lochner of your mission, just so he's aware.
Ah, yes. The newcomer invited to an audience with the Knight Regent. Imagine, if you had arrived a few days later, you might have been welcomed by a king. Yes, Gawain's return will restore Prydwen's glory. The Knight Regent has performed well with my counsel, but she sometimes exceeds her mandate. For now. But she would do well not to concern herself with matters our new king can better adjudicate. Tell me, has she enlisted you in one of her endeavors? Well, aren't we proving our value quickly? I'm sure the king will also be grateful for those who willingly submit to his guidance. It's not my place to countermand the Knight Regent's orders, but I would hate to see a prospective resident waste their time. The tavern is open, you know.
Stop this! I'm your friend! After all those years in that hole together, don't make me do this! Stay back! I won't tell you again! Forgive me. Whoa, you! If you thought you were going to the mines, think again. If you have loved ones in there, I don't know what to tell you. Almost everyone's fallen lost and no support from Prydwen in sight. Oh, so now she sends someone. And a stranger who's not even a knight. I sent dispatches informing the region of what happened, and I even said, send every knight available. Doesn't look like that's what's happening. For a while, some of the miners were holding out, fighting back with their picks against the teeth and claws of their now withered friends. At this point, it's probably a lost cause. I can't imagine that any of them are still standing. You're brave, I'll give you that. But we're not talking about a handful of withered. We're talking about the whole damn mine. Look for that stubborn Elias Derrick, and anyone else who's not fallen, and then get them and yourself out of there quickly.
I thought I'd never get out of here. Thank you.
The mine's lost! Everyone is withered! I'm getting out of here!
Elias. He was trying to fight back. I'm making a run for it.
Oh, finally, a sign of hope. A brave warrior battling their way through the withered. Oh, it's beyond a relief to see you up here. Now maybe we can find a way to reclaim the mine. And for that I'm mighty grateful, sure enough. But we can't go without dealing with that infernal relic that caused this disaster. I saw it with my own eyes. An ancient tablet unearthed from its rocky tomb. I had a bad feeling about it from the start. An ill omen, to be sure. Nah, I told the crew no one was to touch the damn thing. It was thrumming with some unholy energy. I wanted to get the sage Moira out here to study it. Of course, never got the chance. Next morning, the first of the miners fell to the curse. And then the lost pirates attacked, hunting for that tablet, no doubt. Yeah, and they're guarding the tablet like it's some kind of treasure. If we don't destroy that damn thing, I fear the curse will spread beyond the mine. You're clearly capable, and I won't complain. I'd go with you, but I'm plumb exhausted from this ordeal. And I'm not much of a fighter. But don't forget, Sage Moira needs to see what started this. Smash the tablet and collect the fragments, and then bring them back. We'll leave together, or not at all. You did it then? Shattered the tablet? God God's blood! I'm glad I didn't send you in there to your doom. I'd have felt bad about that. I hate to abandon the mine, but with the tablet gone, maybe these pirates clear out and we can get back to work after time passes. If anyone's left, that is. Haha, Musa. She's a stubborn one, all right. I'll wager she's still waiting at the mine's entrance. I'll go and try to convince her to come back to town. But you, my friend, you must make haste back to Prydwen. Tell the Night Regent what happened here, and give the tablet fragments to Sage Moira. Yeah, let's hope. If anyone will know what in tarnation that thing is, it'll be Sage Moira. Let's hope it's not related to those rumors from the southern farms.
You return. Excellent. Minister Lockney said I sent you on a fool's errand. But I can see from your expression you bring dark tidings. What did Foreman Musa say? Tell me the miners are all right.
I can't tell you how disappointed I am to hear that. I have failed in my duty to protect the people of Prydwen. The warnings were there, and I allowed them to be ignored. From this moment forward, I will take every precaution to ensure the people of Prydwen are safe, inside and outside these walls. We will start by discovering how this disaster at the mine began. Surely someone saw something.
Such relics are better left in the earth. The ruins of Aeternum hold dangerous secrets that are best left uncovered. We'll need to have Sage Moira study this tablet for answers. If it can even be recovered, I suppose. Excellent. Then please do me one additional favor and bring them to Sage Moira. She knows this island and its secrets far better than I do. But before you go, what of Foreman Musa? I fear to ask after my dear friend. Is she all right? Did she try to send for help? But I received no dispatches at all. This makes no sense. Unless... well... perhaps Minister Lockney will be able to surmise how this occurred. I'm sorry to impose further, but after seeing Sage Mora, could you look for the minister in the town square? Tell him I require his counsel. Urgently.
I've just seen Elias and learned of the tragedy at the mine. Are you the one who recovered the fragments of this tablet they stumbled onto? Very interesting. Elias said they unearthed this tablet, but it has signs of extensive weathering. Yes. It has clearly been exposed to the elements. I will have to study these fragments more closely. In the meantime, you are new to Prydwen, are you not? Quite a moment to arrive. Do you know our history? On the precipice of Sir Gawain's return to claim the throne, you should learn the significance of this event. Let me tell you the full story. King Artorius arrived on Aeternum 700 years ago to discover a people scattered and divided. Promising order, he united southern Aeternum for the first time since the era of the Ancients. The king's rule was built upon the armor-clad shoulders of his sworn knights. Courageous Sir Gawain, fierce Sir Lancelot, and the loyal Sir Galahad. Their valor was tested when hordes of corrupted attacked from the north, guided by none other than the king's fallen advisor, the wizard Myrddin. In the wake of the conflict, King Artorius was gone. Fate unknown as the kingdom crumbled. Lancelot left seeking vengeance, and Galahad to create a new life. But Sir Gawain was heir to the throne. He departed, seeking only divine blessing for his rule. Prydwen was in a dire state, ravaged by war, its people demoralized. It was Minister Lochner who held the town together, safeguarding the throne for Gawain's return. But Surgeon Jay of Ebonscale Reach captured the hearts of the people. After so many dark years, she emerged as a beacon of hope and was appointed Knight Regent. Now the minister informs us he spotted Sir Gawain's sails on the horizon. And we prepare for the true heir to finally come home and claim his throne. Now perhaps you understand how momentous Gawain's return really is. And why it's so worrisome to hear this news from the mine, and from the farms. Though Minister Lochner has been keeping it quiet to avoid a panic, we've had quite a few refugees claiming their farms are overrun with lost. But Lochner assures me it's under control. If you have further questions, ask him. I must get to studying these fragments. Let's hope they yield answers.
After so many years without our true leader, it's natural to have doubts. But I assure you the hour draws near. The bloodline of Artorius will soon sit again upon the throne. What we have endured here pales in comparison with what challenges Gawain has faced in his long journey home. But he has persevered for you, the people of Prydwen. We must ask ourselves, how will we show, nay prove, to our new king that we are as devoted to him as he is to us? When the hour arrives, I know he will find his subjects have remained true. And we will honor him as we once honored Artorius himself! And pledge our undying loyalty. Ah, our brave newcomer returns. I understand the Knight Regent dispatched you to the mines. A lot to ask of a guest, but it's her prerogative. Do tell, though. I hope the situation there wasn't as dire as it sounded. She said that, did she? Well, yes, I do recall receiving at least one dispatch. But her demands were absolutely out of the question. The foreman wanted us to send all our knights to help defend the mines, but that was, of course, impossible. With all the preparations for the return of the true heir, we simply can't dispatch our knights everywhere they're needed. I was preparing to send a few knights, but then I was told that you had been given the task. Oh, by all means, tell her I will come as soon as I finish my vital work on behalf of the true heir, which was proceeding apace before I was interrupted. Tell her it won't be long. And thank you for your service to Prydwen.
You return, but without Minister Lochner. I assume he claimed he was too busy with his preparations. Perhaps it's just as well. As Knight Regent, it may be best if I handle matters personally going forward. While you were away, Foreman Musa visited and related the whole story from the mines. She says the day after the mysterious tablet appeared, lost pirates attacked the mines, seemingly out of nowhere. These pirates could only have come from the Beseth shore to the north. There was a den of brigands there, and now they are apparently lost. This seems to be an alarming trend, and we must find the source of it. I have already dispatched Sir Payne to the north, which is my duty as Knight Regent. Lochner will not be pleased, but perhaps he will now deign to pay me a visit. You are eager and courageous, and it is most welcome. My hope is that you and Sir Payne can deter the pirates from further incursions and discover what drives them. May fortune go with you both.
Good of you to join us, my valiant friend. I heard about your heroics at the mine. You definitely have the makings of a knight. For now, we are simply grateful to have your support. Not quite a full contingent here, I'm afraid. Before you do anything else, you must build yourself a campsite. It's the wise move when we're this far from Prydwen. There's a splendid spot nearby. Set your tent, relax a bit if you like. We'll be here. Ah, you're back. I'm at a bit of a loss here. A few months ago, this barren beach had nothing but a smattering of pirates. Now it appears to be a war camp, with more pirates and supplies arriving by the minute. Indeed. It's gonna take an army to drive them out, and we currently lack an army. Perhaps we should pursue a more honorable approach to resolving this conflict. You two stay here and defend our position. I will go forth and challenge the leader of the pirates to a duel. And when I am victorious, I will demand that they withdraw from these shores forthwith, never to return. Oh, well, yes. Good point. I suppose our options will be more limited then. I'm afraid I'm not much of a strategist in a scenario like this. What do you think would be most prudent? That's a grand idea. They've been unloading cargo using the smaller rowboats. If you can destroy their rowboats and all the cargo they've dropped, that would slow them down. I'll stay and keep an eye out for their leader.
Come on, you stiff-necked fool! What possible interest would I have in spying on this pathetic little outpost you got here?
You see, that is precisely the kind of thing a spy would say, particularly when she was caught creeping around near our camp.
Tell me this then, Sir Wisdom. What exactly would I be wanting to learn? How you scratch your arse in an iron suit?
Ha! Trying to distract me with insults, eh? But it won't work.
Took your sweet time getting here. I was sizing up the pirate base until this suspicious sod nabbed me. Can you tell him I'm not a spy? Yeah, very funny.
Ah, well. If you know her, then I suppose that we could give her another chance. But I'll have my eye on you, young lady.
Better keep your eyes to yourself, unless you want them poked out.
Bravo, my bold friend! I feared the pirates would overwhelm you, but it seems you are nigh unstoppable. And I suppose if you're willing to vouch for Miss O'Malley, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. For the moment, at least. The woman claims she snuck into the pirates' den and there are hundreds within. But can we really trust her? After all, she is a pirate herself. Very well then. If she's to be believed, the source of this plague on our lands may well be inside. You'll have to hear her account yourself. If you're willing to venture into the den on her word, then so be it. We'll hold this position, but be wary. The pirates were fierce even before becoming lost.
Well now, I do hope you straightened everything out with Sir Pain in me arse. I tried to tell that sod, if you want to defeat these pirates, I know the way. Not spying so much as taking a measure of the place. Heard there were pirates up here and thought they might be sitting on some valuable loot. And they've got some loot, sure enough. But they don't even seem to care about it. I guess that's what happens when you lose your soul. I'll tell you. But if you go in, I'll be expecting some treasure in exchange for my information. I worked hard for it after all. So here it is. There's a glowing altar in there, and the bastards are drawn to it like flies to a carcass. Smash the damn thing, and I bet they'll all buzz off. For someone like you, maybe. Not for me. But hey, don't forget our deal. Snatch me up some valuables in there, and we'll be that much closer to getting a ship.
some!
Well, now, look who made it in and out of the pirates' den safely. I knew you could do it. Unlike this sod. Tell me, did you find that glowing altar? See there? We make a good team. I go in first, all sneaky-like, and get the lay of the land. Then you follow up with force, taking care of business. Of course, for a partnership, it's vital all parties profit in a venture. Now that's a right decent friend. This'll get me a bit closer to securing my ship.
No surprise there. Miss O'Malley gets what she wants and disappears. I do hope your courage accomplished more than padding her coin purse. I can only imagine the filth you had to wade through to reach the heart of the pirate's den. Did you find the foul sorcery Miss O'Malley claimed was there? Interesting. Perhaps that's why we're seeing even fewer of the scoundrels coming ashore than before. This revelation should be taken back to the Knight Regent with all haste. I must keep vigil here. Ensure these scoundrels don't attempt any further incursions to the south. You must go alone and go quickly. Use the spirit shrine to return to Prydwen. It's a bit jarring, but time is of the essence.
I have to confess, seeing you return brings me a great deal of relief. I need people I can trust, now more than ever. In fact, your enterprising friend Grace O'Malley was here. She drives a hard bargain, but I am strongly considering her offer. Grace says she was with you up north, and the pirates were rallying to some strange altar. Is it possible it's connected to the tablet from the mine? Exactly. She's been studying the fragments you brought back from the mine for a while. Surely she's learned something. If so, I would ask you to work with Moira to follow up on any leads. I, unfortunately, must attend to less pleasant matters. Yes, you've earned that right. I must soon deal with Minister Locknear's disrespect head-on. He's avoiding me, and there are things he must answer for.
Oh, just the person I was hoping to see. Comparing the tablet fragments to other stonework from the region, I believe I found where it came from. I know you've just returned from the north. If it's true that the pirates are indeed all lost, did you see anything similar to the tablet? Well, it's hard to say for sure, but it's possible it comes from the same place. The ancient ruins of Caladan in the Eastern Wood. Caladan, and indeed all the ruins of Aeternum, are shrouded in centuries, if not millennia, of unsolvable mysteries. Of course, and you are better suited than I am. Before you go, however, let me tell you what we do know of the ancients that once walked these lands.
Aeternum's ruins tell the tale of a magnificent civilization that once dominated the island. Its architects, the ancients, discovered or possibly created the energy we call Azos. In the millennia that followed, humanity came from countless prehistoric cultures: Sumeria, China, Egypt, and more. They were called to explore the sea, summoned by the ancients to this island. These early arrivals worshipped the ancients as gods. They toiled under the ancients' guidance, building hundreds of monuments and towers. But humanity's savage nature could not be tamed. Wars broke out, and amid the chaos, corruption first appeared. To combat this new menace, the ancients imbued a chosen few with gifts. These heroes were granted monumental powers and life eternal. The wars raged on for centuries, and the ancients blessed entire armies. But most of the human vessels degraded into mindless skeletal warriors. Those wars ended millennia ago, and the ancients disappeared. But their haunted guardians still protect the ruins, oblivious to the fact their cause has long since lost its meaning.
Now you know why most on Aeternum avoid ruins at all costs. I myself have only visited Caladan once, but if we're to find answers, that's where we'll be. You're a brave soul, but don't go too deep. There are unspeakable dangers down there. Stick to the surface. That's where our tablet came from. Go, now.
Well, if it isn't the Night Regent's new page. On an errand even now, I presume. I am curious what merits such urgent attention when Jay's duty as regent so soon draws to an end. The Night Regent should not be conducting affairs she can't reveal to her people. Wouldn't you agree? I've served as Prydwen's minister since before her birth. I should be informed of this matter. You presume much, page. I simply wish to convey any pressing matters to the true heir when he arrives. Keep your secrets, but know this. Prydwen will be united as never before to honor the royal bloodline. Nothing else matters. The Ancients clearly had ways of controlling the Guardians. I wonder if it's the same magic that powers the altars. I found runes here that light up when the lost come near them. Maybe there are more objects like these within the nearby ruins of Antares, so I shall continue my search there. For the true heir and the restoration of Prydwen's glory, we will find a way to unite behind the royal bloodline once again. These altars in Caladan seem to have some sort of power over the lost. Power might be the wrong word, but definitely some kind of influence. I can use young Geezer's notes to figure out how to channel their essence. And if I can't tap into their magic, maybe I can convey them to where they'll be most useful. I must think this plan through to support my true king in the way he deserves. Only then can I join him.
I'm thankful to have found you, young one. I fear I may have missed some additional clues on the fragments. I came after you right away. Before I speak further, however, did you find anything of interest in the ruins of Caladan? Anything at all? Locknear? Out here, studying the ruins? Why, that makes no sense at all. Let me see these notes you found. These notes are very troubling. It's hard to say exactly what Locknear seeks to achieve, but it does not seem like it's for the good of Prydwen. Yes, that much is clear. But we cannot leave yet. In my further study of the fragments, I saw new clues. The tablet's not from Caladan, but rather Antares. I know I've already asked much and offered poor direction, but Antares is close. I'm pleading with you. Please investigate before we return to Prydwen. Whatever you find, come back. And then we will return to Prydwen, inform the Night Regent, and confront Locknear. I will wait here. Do hurry. Your friend Grace has come with dire news from Prydwen. But first, you have to tell me what you found. Any further clues to Lochnear's plans?
Is that what the bastard's up to? That's more twisted than even I imagined. But I might explain what happened back in Prydwen. The Night Regent went to confront the good minister, and instead, she found him leading a crowd down south to welcome the true heir.
Now that's not so strange. If Gawain has arrived, it makes sense. Perhaps this is a misunderstanding, and Lochnear is simply trying to lead the lost away.
Call yourself a sage? Look past your scrolls to see the man's behaviour. Even the Night Regent knows Lochnear's gone mad. And let me tell you, she's not happy. I don't know if she's thinking that far ahead yet. She just hopped on her horse and rode off, shouting at me to find you and meet her at Purdue Farms.
Ah, then she's expecting a fight. Going to find Sir Priscilla, a fellow knight and confidant who hasn't come to Prydwen in many moons. This is serious. Though my scrolls may not have all the answers, I might find a way to counteract the sorcery Lochnear seeks to employ. I should return to town. Very well. If Sir Gawain doesn't arrive soon, there may not be a kingdom left for him to rule. I hope this all starts making sense soon.
The Night Regent asked me to scout the eastern farms on the way, so I'll mark Sir Priscilla's place on your map and meet you there. Good winds to us both.
Pitching hay and shoveling manure. It doesn't suit you, Priscilla.
Puts my mind at ease. Clear, complicated work.
And when was the keen swordplay of our most dutiful knight ever complicated?
I only raise my sword now to keep the lost at bay.
Priscilla, you're not making any sense.
I can't even say it. You wouldn't believe me anyway. We were naive to be so hopeful.
I cannot imagine what's come over her. Sir Priscilla was Prydwen's most honorable knight. And now, when we need her most, she refuses my orders. Everyone seems to think Gawain's already assumed command. Lochnear's an outright defiance. He's changed. I don't even know him anymore. Is that what you discovered in the ruins? Was Lokne behind the strange tablet at the mine? The pirates, too? I am having trouble understanding what his ultimate goal is, or if he even has one. I don't know. I now question everything the minister said, but the knights at Aeternum Keep did meet Sir Gawain. Priscilla did tell me that much. Priscilla was there, in fact, but she won't talk about it. It's infuriating. I need a moment to collect myself. If you are so inclined, you should try and talk to her.
If you're expecting to have more luck flying me for answers than the Night Regent, think again. I don't know you, and I sure as hell don't owe you anything. And truth be told, I don't owe her either. I've forsworn my oath. The politics of Prydwen are no longer my concern. I'm perfectly capable of defending my land and estate. Outside of that, it's none of my business what goes on, who falls, and who doesn't. The knights I served with at Aeternum Keep were the bravest, most loyal men and women I've ever known. To think of them as fallen, it's too much to bear. I believe that to be the case, though some may remain. I left one day, and I haven't gone back. If you want to know what's happened at Aeternum Keep, I suggest you go and have a look for yourself. Then you can try to explain it to the Night Regent. I've said as much as I'm going to say. You and the Night Regent are welcome to shelter here, but I'll answer no more questions. If you are going to venture into Aeternum Keep, I suggest you don't tell the Night Regent. It's better she doesn't go there. There's nothing left for any of us.
For centuries, the throne has been empty. Yet you served faithfully, never once questioning your duty. Now, as the heir returns to claim his rightful place, you have the honor of being the first to kneel before him. Let us recite the oath.
For the glory of Avalon, I swear my honor and allegiance to crown and bloodline of the king, for this day and until the end of eternity.
Behold,
the heir of Artorias! I, King Gawain! Swear. Be strong now. I will bestow his blessing.
You have a duty. If the king is here, why aren't you by his side?
I don't belong there.
How can you say that? Your oath is your bond. What could be more important?
My oath was to the king, not a monster. Damn it, Gawain is lost, Jay. A soulless husk. I will not serve such a thing.
Lost? But Minister Lochner says he's been preparing.
Lochner has joined his king in darkness, and so have the other knights.
How? How did this come to pass?
Are you happy now? If you've been to Tiernan Keep, I'm assuming you know the truth. Sir Gawain is lost, and he and Lochner intend to rule a lost kingdom. Thank you, I suppose. Though I have no further need of it. My days as a knight are done. I fought honorably to protect Artorias and his legacy for several lifetimes. But I will not follow the heir down this path. Nor will I stand against him. Prydwen is Sir Gawain's right by blood. And though I've forsworn my duty to the bloodline, I will not oppose him, even if he is lost. There are some benefits to being new to the island, aren't there? Maybe fate has ordained you to be the one to shoulder this burden. If you fought your way into Tiernan Keep and returned with your soul intact, you are valiant, at least. If Jay wishes to fight, she's fortunate to have you. There are some benefits to being new to the island, aren't there? Maybe fate has ordained you... If you fought your way into Tiernan Keep and returned with your soul intact, you are... That's... It's not what I'm going to do. I cannot. I cannot fight in this battle. I buried my arms in knight's armor. My fighting days are done. Thank you for understanding. And for your support of the Night Regent. You should go to her now.
So you've been to Aeternum Keep and saw the horrors Priscilla described? I can't imagine. Gawain, Lochner. This is worse than even my darkest fears. Yes. As Knight Regent, it is my duty to defend the kingdom against all threats. Lochner may believe the kingdom is the bloodline, but I know it to be the people. And I will fight for the people of Prydwen until the last shred of my soul is forfeit. You have no such duty, but I welcome the support if you will fight at my side. First priority is ensuring Prydwen is prepared to defend itself against whatever threats emerge. Second, we must look south. Oh, what have I done? I just realized I sent Grace to scout the southern shore with no idea what she's walking into. You must go after her with great haste, lest she walks right into a trap. Thank you. I will return to Prydwen. As Regent, that's where I belong, whether the city stands or falls. I will rally whatever knights remain to our defenses. She'll have to make her own choices. I must collect myself before I head north. I'll say our farewells. You should leave now.
About time I got some reinforcements down here. Remember that lost pirate den in the north? That's a small affair compared to this place. Our good friend Minister Lochner was here too. Those Egypts who followed him are all lost now and under his command. What about you? Learned anything new? What? Ah, you're joking me. This true heir everyone's so excited about is actually a soulless ghoul. Ah, I guess now the minister's plan makes sense. That bastard Lochner is planning to turn all of Monarch's bluffs to lost. I guess though the scariest part is how close he is to succeeding. They're clearly making preparations here to launch an attack on Prydwen. Hordes of lost, stockpiles of explosives. I'd say they're about to make their move. Well, we've discussed this partnership before, haven't we? I get the lay of the land, and you do the battling part. You'll be facing long odds, but you're like a lucky anchor. I'd consider making a wager on you, regardless. Not a problem. I'll always tell it to you straight. I'd suggest you destroy as many explosives as you can, and take out that glowing altar too. Now, what would you have me do? Now there's an order I don't mind following. I could use a cup of mead after all this crawling around. I'll go and tell the Night Region what's what, but my hopes go with you. It's better if these bastards never set sail.
Surprised to see me, are you? Brushing the dirt from my armor was no easy task. But after your friend Grace told me you were here alone, I had to come. My heart was conflicted. But in the end, I took an oath as the protector of the kingdom, not a single ruler. I won't forget that again. Of course, it seems I arrived too late. Hearing the ruckus and seeing the smoke, I assume you succeeded in disrupting their war preparations? Well, there's something to be grateful for. Even if I am a little disappointed I missed all the action. Perhaps we don't stop there. You see, I know where Sir Gawain and Lochner are conspiring in darkness to